All right, welcome back. Now, on this stream, I want to deal with recent dog related news. Now, this is unfortunate, not the type of news that I look forward to hearing. But Sherwood, and this is not Oregon, this is, I think, Arkansas. Okay, Sherwood is like a suburb of Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, they currently have a pit bull ban. And can you believe that they're trying to get it removed? At a time like now, when dog attacks are worse than they've ever been. But like I've been saying, they want these attacks to skyrocket. I believe this is all by design. Notice how there's no regulation in dog culture. Whoever you are, you can get whatever dog you want, and basically you can have however many you want. Well, I want y'all to listen to the lunacy that these people give as to why the ban should be removed.
Well, tonight in Sherwood, a citywide ban on pit bulls is being reconsidered. Channel 7's Kayla Christian spoke with community members on both sides of that issue. She joins us live tonight here in our studio with the details. Kayla.
That's right. These members of the community appeared during Monday night's meeting, some arguing for the ordinance, others saying it could be a nightmare.
It's just a pit bull specific.
Now, this is just a random couple out of Sherwood.
Ban.
Very discriminatory.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very discriminatory. Your point? That's the whole point of it. Your point? People kill me. Yeah. Discriminatory. As it should be. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pit bull specific. Ban.
Very discriminatory.
Ordinance 2140 was enacted in 2017 with the help of Sherwood Councilman Charles Hardin, prohibiting any type of pit bull dog in the city.
Any type of pit bull dog in the city? Now, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Now, we know these pit bull bans don't work, but there shouldn't be any discussions about removing them if they're in place. There should be no discussion about that at a time like now. Pit bull type dog as defined below. Pit bull terrier, the pit bull terrier breed of dog. Staffordshire terrier, American pit bull terrier, Staffordshire. Okay, so they only ban those two breeds, those two bully breeds. So you can have a cane corso. You can have all those other pocket bullies and all these other bully breeds. These are worthless, but there should be no discussions at all about removing whatever ban is in place.
Hardin, prohibiting any type of pit bull dog in the city. Hardin introduced a new ordinance Monday at the request of the Sherwood chief of police.
And I hate the way they look. Hideous, beady eyes, big, fat, overgrown, mutant, blocky head. All this, it just looks disgusting. Every area of its body. Look at this. What is this? Hey, you got blemishes and craters, probably from fighting so much. These things are so unpleasant to look at. Y'all kill me calling these things handsome. That thing looked disgusting. What are y'all looking at? Look disgusting. Melted ears. That's not aesthetically pleasing to look at. Ugh. Gross. Look at that nasty looking thing.
city.
Just euthanize them already. Lord, so we won't have to look at them.
In 2017 with the help of Sherwood Councilman Charles Hardin, prohibiting any type of pit bull dog in the city. Hardin introduced a new ordinance Monday at the request of the Sherwood Chief of Police, Charles Hardin, prohibiting any type of pit bull dog in the city. Hardin introduced a new ordinance Monday at the request of the Sherwood Chief of Police, whose department took over the Sherwood Animal Control last year. The request.
Look at how worthless. Look at this. Vicious dogs. Oh, a dog is considered vicious for the purpose of this section of it. Causes death or serious physical injury to a person engaged in a lawful activity. So they wait until the attack has already happened before they even deem the dog vicious or dangerous. I just want to brief y'all on how worthless and pathetic all of their laws pertaining to dogs is, but especially their dangerous dog laws. And they're all ridiculous from state to state. You can look them up. Look at this. On 2 or more occasions without being provoked, attacks, bites. So there you go. A free 1 bite. It's ridiculous. These laws sound to me like they're designed to give dogs as much opportunity as possible to attack someone. 2 or more occasions. On more than 1 occasion, while off the property, without provocation, kills a domestic animal, has been trained for dog fighting. How you gonna find that out? Let's continue.
With animal control last year. The request was based on research from other cities.
Look at that. I hate that. I hate it. I'm sorry, I hate it. Look at that, how disgusting. Why are you scratching it? When did rubs turn into scratches?
Request was based on
That's disgusting. And notice how she's scratching against the grain of the dog's fur to maximize the filth that gets under her nails. And then what will she do? Go shake somebody's hand. Handle people's food. Dog culture is horrible for human beings.
Last year. The request was based on research from other cities where pit bulls are allowed.
Volunteering at the animal shelter.
Y'all hear that? I don't think y'all heard that. They're basing their desire to remove or not have a ban. Here, let me back this up.
Whose department took over the Sherwood Animal Control last year. The request was based on research from other cities where pit bulls are allowed.
Can you believe that? Now, in parts of the country, in the world where pit bulls or bully breeds are allowed, do you think they have a healthy record of peace?
Volunteering at the animal shelter for almost 2 years now, regularly, I will say that I maybe didn't really realize how wonderful that breed of dog is.
So she's basing it on her being in a shelter for 2 years. I remember recently a lady who had been working at a shelter for like 7 years got badly mutilated. And listen to this airhead dingbat talking as if she knows what she's talking about and her anecdotal experience. Your personal experience has nothing to do with their track record, with the average. There's still 14,000, well over 14, probably a good 30,000 Americans sent to the ER every single day. Not the ER, the hospital. They have to make a trip to the hospital. Some 30,000 people a day here in the United States. What are you talking about? Airhead.
say that I maybe didn't really realize how wonderful that breed of dog is and how sweet they are.
Okay, ma'am, but what about the track record? What do you have to say about that? The fact that they're a small percentage of the total dog population, but make up they're like 65% of fatalities and 80 to 90% of lengthy hospitalizations. Explain that. And why should we ignore all of that just because you wasn't attacked in the 2 years you was working at a shelter? And at the shelter, I need y'all to understand, at these shelters, they keep the dogs drugged up. They give them those anti-anxiety and downers in the shelters. Still be getting attacked. You airhead.
And how sweet they are. They have such a bad rap in the community.
No, this is disrespectful. The people who've been attacked by these things, they're not going to tell you that those dogs were sweet. You want to just pretend that nobody has ever been attacked by these things? That's what she's doing by saying they. I didn't realize how sweet they were. What an idiot. I mean, this is the height of stupidity. This is what I'm talking about. Low education, low intelligence. This is not an intelligent woman at all. She's dumb. This is a slow, genuinely low IQ right here. And I ain't talking about no IQ test. I'm talking about intelligence. This is genuinely poor and low intelligence. With a trash thought process, you have no critical thinking skills. You're just a bumbling, babbling idiot.
I will say that I maybe didn't really realize how wonderful that breed of dog is and how sweet they are. They have such a bad rap in the community.
And we just saw a thing on Facebook of this dog that is a police dog and saves lives. He's a purebred pit bull.
They saw one dog on Facebook, a pit bull, that was a police dog. And they're saying, hey, we should legalize all of them because this fool saw a picture of a mutt on Facebook. And that's what you basing it on? These people should not be allowed to even talk, let alone be on the news. ABC 7
have such a bad rap in the community.
And we just saw a thing on Facebook of this dog that is a police dog and saves lives.
People, I want y'all to be clear about this. This is the true and real, genuine lack of intelligence right here. These are the most unintelligent people in the country. Can't even process reality correctly.
He's a purebred pit bull.
The new ordinance would prohibit any vicious dog in Sherwood, defined as an animal that causes death once or causes harm at least twice without being provoked.
Wait a minute. I have to make sure everything is good. My sound good? Okay, let's continue.
Compromise designed to keep the community safe while allowing residents to enjoy any breed of their choice. Supporters say the measure would also help.
That is proven to fail every single day. Why are they talking as if in areas where there are pit bulls, there is peace? That's not the case. In all parts of the world where people are allowed to own these things and do, attacks are through the roof. More than quadruple since the mid-2000s. What information are y'all looking at that proves that, oh, pit bulls are no different? Where's the evidence? These people just babbling.
Breed of their choice. Supporters say the measure would also help local shelters adopt out dogs, freeing up.
Who cares? They're going to mention how convenient it is for the shelters if we go adopt these things. If you need more space, do like you've traditionally done. Euthanize them. See, rather than euthanizing them, once the shelter starts to overflow, they put more and more pressure on the general public. That's when they start waiving fees, offering all these other perks. They're doing that now, shipping them to other shelters in other states. They're doing that now rather than euthanizing the useless trash mutants. That's why dog attacks have skyrocketed. Trying to treat these things like humans. And you getting more and more inhumane results. You idiots.
Shelters adopt out dogs, freeing up shelter space.
Look, just barking. How retarded they are. Always shaking and moving, barking, looking around, doing stuff for no reason, aimless wandering. They're suffering just existing. Euthanize them. Don't know if they're coming or going.
Supporters say the measure would also help local shelters.
Look at that. Look at that. You telling me this is handsome? These things are hideous. When has blotchy, uneven skin been considered attractive? When it's on a human, you don't consider that attractive. Sure, you may be polite to people who have discolorations and things, but you don't want that for yourself. These things are not attractive at all. I don't know what y'all get out of looking at these turd-faced mutants.
Would also help local shelters adopt out dogs.
Man, nasty, lumpy face. They literally look like a turd with marbles for eyes that have been pushed inside the turd. And they stink like a turd. That is disgusting.
Freeing up shelter space.
Look at it. What's wrong with it? Just shaking. What is it trembling for? Like retarded mutants.
Freeing up shelter space.
There's one, he's been in there 600 days.
So? Let it stay in there another 6,000. No, I retract that. Because y'all using our resources to keep them alive, to keep killers alive. Using our resources to keep the number one killer, maimer of our youth alive. I don't respect that. There ain't nobody who's going to tell me that I should respect that. You're not going to try to guilt shame me. All right, sorry. That was a tirade. Let me back this up.
Shelters adopt out dogs, freeing up shelter space.
There's one, he's been in there 600 days because we can't adopt him out. And it's really sad because these dogs are adoptable dogs. They are meant to be in a home.
No, they're not. If this lady were in my courtroom, I'd kick her out after that statement. Now, how insane can you sound? You can't sound any more insane than these two right here.
100 days because we can't adopt him out. And it's really sad because these dogs are adoptable dogs. They are meant to be in a home.
Okay. I'd love to hear her try to substantiate that statement. Go ahead and explain to us why these killers belong. How you know that they're adoptable? How do you know, dingbat, that as soon as somebody take one of these dogs into their home, it don't try to bite their face off? You don't know, so shut up. The only thing we can act on is the information, the facts that we have, not your wild guesses, idiot. Don't nobody want to hear about what you hope for, and you want to base laws on what you hope happens.
But Sherwood resident and mother Lindsay Johnson opposes the ordinance. Her son was killed 4 years ago by 2 pit bulls.
I wonder whose pit bulls they were. Were they yours or your friends whose house you was visiting? I'm seeing a pattern.
They attacked and killed him, and I won't describe how he looked, but it was really bad. We had to have him cremated because we couldn't have an open casket.
Johnson says any changes...
Okay, Twilight Zone. I need a soundboard with the Twilight Zone sound in there, you know? Because the thing is, you didn't have to experience that. You should have been like us. I'm not going to wait to learn my lesson only after a dog tear my kid's face off. Go on the Google, look at those photos, like, oh, we're not getting no dog. I'm just saying, it's not that hard to find out exactly how dangerous these things are. No excuses these days. That is insane laziness and irresponsibility.
Had to have him cremated because we couldn't have an open casket.
Johnson says any changes to the current ordinance should only happen if other safety precautions are enacted.
I know I get attacked a lot saying that I'm blaming all pit bulls for what happened to my son, which I'm not. It's just I don't.
Oh, see? How there's always this reluctance? No, all of them. What are you talking about? All of them. They all should be banned.
Which I'm not. It's just I don't want other families to feel the pain that I live with every second of the day.
Oh my goodness. This is common sense. I don't need to go through something like this. I can look at the victims of these attacks and conclude myself that if I go through something like that, it's going to traumatize me. I already understand how traumatizing it is without having to go through it. Lord, is it that people have trouble doing that? Like, is it difficult for you to experience something that someone else went through without actually going through it? It would help. You should try. That'll make the difference between you owning one of these things and not owning them. Going over someone's home who has one of these things and not.
The city of Sherwood says they are encouraging everyone to educate themselves on the details of the current and newly proposed ordinance, then to reach out to council members so they can make informed decisions that will be best for the city as a whole.
Now, here's where we get to the important part. We need to start jumping on top of stuff like this. They didn't say anything about you having to live in Arkansas, in Sherwood City, Arkansas. Like, when we find stuff like this, they need to get calls and letters from us. They should at least get flooded with this audience, the dog culture critics. And we could possibly have the most influence on this very ordinance. It's very well possible. And we need to start doing that. Let me back this up, because I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to reach out to them myself and tell them why not only should there be a pit bull ban, it should be a bully breed ban. Because if you're talking about pit bull type dogs, that's all the bully breeds.
Says they are encouraging everyone to educate themselves on the details of the current and newly proposed ordinance, then to reach out to council members so they can.
Okay. Sherwood City, Arkansas council members. If any of you can find contact information, please share it with us either in the chat room or the comment section after we complete this video. So yeah, I am fed up with people like this who are, I mean, it's hard to believe that they're seriously this dumb, uneducated, that their thinking is this poor. It's hard for me to believe that. It's a big reason why I've always said they're part of an agenda. They know they're BSing. Because if you're not aware, then you're extremely unintelligent. Simple as that. Wow. People like this are dangerous. These are the type of people go out and get 2 fully grown pit bulls and bring them home to their newborn. And leave them alone and step away. Step out the room. Like, oh, it's all about love. Right? You can hear them talking some spaced out babble just like they're doing here. Man, you got to feel sorry for the young people who have people like this as parents. Good luck to all of you. I hope you make it out unscathed. Make sure when you leave your parents' home, stay as far away from these mutants as humanly possible. I said years ago that every time pit bull lovers try to justify their presence in society, you're going to sound insane each and every time. And you just got another example right here. Man, oh man. Now, did y'all hear about this story right here? There's a lot of attacks, a lot of things dog related going on right now. Snyder, Texas, 40-year-old Toby Brian Berkeley was walking down the road when 2 dogs attacked and killed him. 40-year-old man. I mean, this should be common sense, people. Nobody can protect you from these things. Stop going around pit bulls just because the owner is there. Dog culture pushes that, and they're passionate about it. This idea that you're safe if the owner's there. As long as the owner's right there, you got nothing to worry about. The owner will be a victim too if the dog spazzes out. Your best bet is to stay away from, and I'm dead serious. I don't care how much you like your friends. If they own these things, stay away from their homes. I don't care if it's your boyfriend or girlfriend. Stay out of their home. And you shouldn't be dating them, period. You need to focus on dating people who don't own these things. That's another thing we need to do. We need to put more distance between ourselves and the dog-loving world. I don't want that nasty filth on me. It's not just about physical attacks. Keep your nasty excrement-filled fingernails, right? Your dog saliva-soaked face to yourself. And that's so nasty. Dog will lick on their face for about an hour, and then they walk up and put their face 2 inches from yours when they want to talk to you. You back your stinking dog face smelling back up. Oftentimes their breath smell like dog. But anyways, Young girl attacked. This is a sad story, and I haven't heard any updates on this. This story was hard for me to listen to. This attack in Reynoldsburg took place just a few days ago. If anybody has any additional information on this, please share it with me. There's also a 61-year-old. Did I report on that already? 61-year-old. Look, stop walking. Walking ain't safe no more. If you have to walk, you better be armed. And I'm serious. You don't have to have a gun, but you better have something. At least carry a knife. Got to be more responsible. Now, I want to point something else out. I touched on an important subject, I think, in the most recent live stream. Take a look at this. Squeaky toys tap into dogs' hunting instinct. Experts agree that squeaky toys offer dogs a way to connect with their natural prey drive because it mimics the sound of a scared or injured animal, which immediately activates the urge to hunt. Go back and look at that video again of that baby letting out that sound. If you look closely, you can see the dog start to lunge forward. And it looked at her because, it caught itself. It really irks me how they project. And look at this. It gets even worse on the website. 3 reasons why your dog loves squeaky toys. Look at this. It can be hard to imagine that our obedient dogs descended from wild wolves. Although your dog, okay. Look at this. Okay. It activates their urge to hunt. This helps explain why, if left unsupervised with a squeaky toy, some dogs won't stop biting. Isn't that exactly what I said yesterday? Go listen to most recent live stream. They can't, if you watch them, it's like they can't stop biting on it. They won't stop biting, and look at what they wrote. Playing. This is not playing with the toy until they kill the squeaker. And the sound finally stops. So, how you gonna sit there and tell me that they're afraid of newborns? How y'all gonna say that these dogs are in love with them and want to protect them? And this is so prevalent. Remember, some dog trainers offer courses to train the dog to not want to attack youngsters. And it's crazy because they don't eat them. They just want to kill them. It's like they're so satisfied from the kill, they don't even eat, even though they're food obsessed. They're so deranged and abnormal. When your baby, and this goes for toddlers, when they make any kind of sound, because all the sounds that they make is high pitched, it makes these dogs want to attack them. And that makes you crazy. Crazy for owning one of these things. Thank goodness for the internet and for other dog culture critics. It is so crazy. You know what's even more sick? As I read that, I bet you a lot of people who've lost their baby to a dog attack probably got deja vu, because they actually saw and heard the dog kill their youngster in the crying until the crying stopped. There are some people familiar with this scenario description right here. These are extremely dangerous creatures with an instinct most geared to attack young people. The younger you are, the greater the chance you're going to get attacked. Y'all remember I shared information from one area of the country where the highest attack demographic was age 0 to 3. And that's the way it is now. The national average might be age 5 to 7, but that's just the average. Some states are higher, some lower. And they want to tell you that no, actually the dog's afraid. It's filled with anxiety. It's confused. Your youngsters terrorize the dogs. No. I'm glad we know better. Shout out to everybody. Today is Friday. Oh my goodness. I might get off work early. I'm going to try to get off work early. Okay, so be on the lookout. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to also create a display for the members. Shout out to all the members. Yesterday or 2 days ago, in one day, 5 people became members of the channel. I'm going to make a display and a whole holy shrine and do some good stuff for and with the members. Be on the lookout for that. And I hope you all can join me on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.